papers call him the grabber.
I wish you wouldn't call him that.
You don't actually believe that story, do you? Because he can't hear you, and he doesn't really take kids that safe.
Oh! Wasn't that just peachy keen?
You need some help?
You see that? Would you hand me my hat? I am a part-time magician. Would you like to see a magic trick?
Children are going missing in a small town. On his way home, Finney finds himself kidnapped by the elusive, masked abductor, the Grabber. Alone in an underground dungeon with no way out, and old, disconnected phone beacons to ring.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Abel Panetta. Today we'll be reviewing
The Black Phone, directed by Scott Derrickson.
Nice. This movie, man.
this movie.
I
think I liked it more than you, just based on
I think you did too.
our prelude conversation.
Yeah. You know, I'm
like, dude, Black Phone. You're like, yeah, Black Phone.
I will tell you this right now. I had no idea this movie existed. Even when I saw the gigantic billboards that seemed to just,
This movie had a bonkers ad campaign that made it seem like it was better than it was.
Oh, yes.
And the trailer and everything gave away way too much. I saw the trailer months ago. Thought I wanted to see it. Like, I wanted to see it because like, it's a good movie. Like, check out the Black. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I hadn't seen anything since. But like before we start, like we saw the trailer just to kind of like catch us up on it.
Per usual. So that
it's the entire movie.
It is the entire movie.
And it made me sad.
That angered me.
And that made me sad because I forgot everything.
Yeah.
And I saw this. I'm like, oh, this is a good movie. Like, I like this movie.
Yeah.
And I wish I saw it in theaters because like.
Yeah. I will say it's a very original movie. It's an original take on this genre.
Well, this movie is a lot like Stranger Things.
Very.
A lot like It with the kids. And you think about the kid with the rain jacket on.
Yeah.
But what I liked about this movie was the characters made the right decisions.
They did.
And
there was no dumbness here.
And it was overtly like the right decisions. I remember like yelling at the phone like, "Oh my God, you better like call," and I'm not going to spoil it, but you better call the police. Police?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yeah. So like everyone follows what you would think would
happen in real life.
Yeah, in real life. So there was no like dumb thing about it.
Like Georgie got his hand torn off by it in the movie.
Yes.
In this one, she called the cops.
Yeah. No, freaking movie.
This movie. But anyway, that being said, also to go back to other Stephen King properties, The Shining.
Yes,
this movie is very much like what is that movie? The one with the girl that we liked.
What with the girl
in England?
Oh my God!
I know I didn't write it because I'd remember.
No, and I can't remember
it. Penny Papalopoulos movie of the year.
Oh,
Last Night in Soho.
There we go.
It's a Shining movie.
That is a Shining movie.
This one is a Shining movie too.
Shining-ish movie, I'll say. I will not put it on the same plane as either of those two movies.
The mom, the daughter, and the son.
They had The Shining.
Had The Shining.
Yes.
And that's how it saved them.
It did, but it felt like it came from nowhere.
It didn't. Well, okay. So this movie is about Ethan Hawke. He plays the Grabber.
Yeah.
He is the villain of this movie, and he wears spooky masks, designed by Tom Savini, by the way.
Who's Tom Savini?
Tom Savini is like the granddaddy of like horror makeup effects.
Okay.
So he did the original Jason effects, the Dawn of the Dead original makeup effects.
The mask was pretty sweet, and it was two-parted.
It was like 3 or 4. Maybe there's like a no mask.
There's different bottoms and everying.
Yeah. He designed it. And Tom Savini also played a reoccurring character, Sex Machine, in Dawn of the Dead. From Dusk Till Dawn. Like he always had a big handlebar mustache and a leather jacket.
Dude, that was him?
That's him.
Is that the guy with the wiener gun?
Yes, the wiener gun.
The wiener
He's
gun.
The wiener gun guy.
Oh man.
That's Tom Savini.
Yeah. That was nice.
So yeah, if you got to like tip your hat to any of your makeup effects elders, there's Stan Winston and there's Tom Savini and there's Rick Baker and all those guys. So he's one of them. Yeah, he's been abducting people. And speaking also of another Shining movie, the movie starts with Baseball Boy. they're playing baseball.
Oh yeah.
And the first kid to get abducted is Baseball Boy.
Yeah.
But one of these days we got to watch The Shining. Maybe for Halloween we'll do The Shining.
Yeah, we'll have to.
And Dr. Sleep back to back.
You don't have
do a Grindhouse.
yet to see Dr. Sleep.
Okay, this is what we're going to do for Halloween. I hereby decree Halloween 2022, because I don't know when you watch this. Yeah. We're going to watch back to back The Shining and Dr. Sleep. And you're going to tell me how I think it's actually a perfect sequel to The Shining. A lot of people don't like it as a sequel to The Shining.
And you know what? That's why I didn't watch it. I love The Shining so much that I didn't want to ruin it for myself.
I think it's a perfect sequel to The Shining because we'll talk about it.
I'm going to hold it to that.
Yeah, I think it is.
All right, let's get back anyway to the black phone here.
Baseball Boy gets abducted.
Yes.
In this movie by the grabber, by the black. By the way, this is a period piece. It takes place in the 70s, right? 60s or 70s?
70s.
Yeah, because it totally wouldn't take place during now because this clearly rape Scooby van that's going around town.
It's a black van that has the word abracadabra written on the side of it.
That can't possibly be the grabber.
Yeah. No way.
I see that van driving around now.
Vanish.
I call 911.
Yeah.
I'm like spooky Ethan Hawke rapist driving around town.
I see a white one parked around my block every now and then again. It belongs to a gardener.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? That's a rapey gardener.
Well, then you see this movie and you see Ethan Hawke driving around without his mask on. He's clearly wearing a mime face, like, hi, I'm a part-time magician.
Yeah. His face is super freaking just pasty, chalky
This guy's
white.
the killer.
Yeah. He's got these giant freaking sunglasses, these giant aviators, and a top hat. Who wears a top hat?
And a cape and however the hell he drives.
Whatever he's wearing. Yeah.
Whatever. But anyway, he abducts Baseball Boy, so Baseball Boy's missing. Then we meet Finney, the main character, who is also playing baseball. He's got an arm that's mint, man. It's awesome
mint.
arm. And then we meet the tough kid. Oh
goodness, what is his name?
Tough kid Robin? I think it was Robin. I think it was Robin. The tough kid was Robin, kicking the Moose's ass. And then also, a bunch of people want to kick Finney's ass because they act like he's gay, but he's the only one who actually likes girls in this movie.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, he sits next to a girl in
class.
In science
class. But remember they're playing baseball and he liked a girl? Who was in the stands or something?
He was looking at all the girls because he's throwing heaters, man. He's like a freaking a toast machine over here trying to destroy all the hitters.
All these weirdos don't get it. Anyway, why this guy's actually getting girls and they're calling him gay.
Yeah. Dude,
Joe. He plays baseball and he gets girls. He's not gay.
No.
But anyway, so then the tough kid gets abducted. And it's sad because the tough kid is Finney's friend, right?
Yeah, and his protector and stuff too. Yeah.
And as we kind of mentioned before, the daughter is super shining, has super clairvoyant.
Yeah, so she sees things in her dreams
that are happening, she sees the black balloons.
Yeah, it's she prays to God every night. Say, show me a sign of something.
That's the thing I like about this movie. We'll get into that. But she tells her teacher or somebody about the black balloons, and they call in the police. We didn't tell anyone about the black balloons. How do you know about? And I like this too. The police
because it makes sense.
The police believe her. They're did you have any sense? Did you see anything? Are you not letting?
No, the police. Not only that, the police officers are do you know anyone who would be with our investigation? Which sounds like a proper question to ask, and they can't prove without a shadow of a doubt that anyone related to her is actually in line with this investigation.
Yeah, and then
so it just makes logical sense.
And I was thinking the dad was a real douchebag at first, but then the more I kind of thought about it, Terrence Trabler, and you remember Jeremy Davis is the tall skinny dude from Lost also, but he's their dad. He beats her senseless because
with a belt,
and she's crying in one scene. But here's the thing, his wife, their mom.
So you find out why he is this disposed to this.
Died of the shining as well because she went crazy from it.
Yeah, she ended up taking herself out,
killing herself or something, right?
Yeah.
And he's you don't have it, or where the police are asking me questions that you can't know the answers to.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
So it's kind of while that's happening, Finney gets abducted. The main character.
Yep.
And so this is my least favorite part of the movie because rape van pulls up in front of you, rape dude pulls up in front,
and everything is peachy keen.
Everybody knows that there's a grabber out there. There's clearly like the missing kids posters everywhere.
Yeah.
He lost his best friend. He lost like baseball boy. And like
you can see it just crowding in. This is what's going to happen next.
Yeah, like clearly, like he's in the middle of nowhere, and like a black van pulls in front of him, and he goes to talk to him. Are those black balloons?
Yeah,
and then Ethan Hawke, Mr. Grabber, comes in. Like,
do you want to see a magic trick?
I don't want to see him. It's my pants.
Oh no!
Pretty much, man. I don't know what the grabber grabs.
Hey, his name is a grabber. He is inappropriate in every sense.
Yeah.
Yuck. So obviously that happens. The grabber pretends to drop some groceries, and obviously Finney, being the cool helper that he is, he goes down to try to help the guy, and the grabber just freaking smokes his face with whatever the hell he's doing.
He just like spray paints his tongue.
Mace or something. Yeah.
In the Signs of the Lambs, that's how they caught the girl too. Like the Buffalo Bill used to catch people. He would have them help them because he wore a cast. So he was like acting like he was moving a couch in his van. So he'd have them get in the van.
Oh, right.
And then he'd push them in it, and then like he'd lock them in and beat the shit out of them with his.
Dude, that is.
Apparently, that was a true story, and that's where they wrote it from.
That's I've actually listened to a lot of podcasts that talk about a story just like that. It is terrifying.
Yeah, man, dude, stay away from creepy rape vans.
That's the rule. Do not go near your vans.
Yeah, remember that?
Not all vans are swagger wagons.
No, not only in the 80s.
Yeah,
only during Stranger Things.
Oh Lord, no, thank you.
Oh, did you finish that?
No.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta get that Strange, man.
Gotta get it. Gotta hurry up.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So now Finney has been abducted and he's thrown into the Saw dungeon, pretty much.
Do you want to play a game, Finney?
A game. But now the grabber's wearing like spooky masks.
Yeah.
He's wearing like spooky masks. They have like smiley faces, no faces.
They're very like what is? I feel like that's like from like Italy or Spain.
They remind me of the drama sad happy masks.
Yes,
in a way, but with horns.
Those cry now, smile later things, but with horns. Yeah,
and like we said, as created by Tom Savini. And there's a phone on the wall.
There is a phone,
and then
it is a black rotary phone.
Oh, he's like, that phone's never worked.
Yeah. One with actual bells on it.
Sometimes I think I hear it ringing, and sometimes I don't. I answer it, and nothing happens.
It's the craziest thing.
It's the craziest thing. And we didn't really talk a lot about Scott Derrickson, but he also directed Sinister, and also the first Doctor Strange movie. Sinister was also starring
Ethan Hawke.
Did you see Sinister?
Of course.
It was messed up, but it was good.
It was wild, dude.
Because people like this movie more or whatever. I think Sinister was a better movie.
Oh yeah,
but I think Sinister had a stupid looking villain.
I took a good nap after this movie. After Sinister, I kind of lost a little sleep.
Dude, Sinister messed me up.
Yeah, that movie was dark.
Sinister, see Sinister. So Scott Derrickson's got the directing.
He's got some chops, man. He's got some chops.
So he leaves him in there, and then he just leaves him to his own recognizance. But the phone rings, and sometimes there's someone behind he thinks he hears a voice, and he's Finny. He doesn't know what it is. And meanwhile, his sister, who we know has The Shining, his sister Babalu.
Goodness, her name is not Babalu.
Babalu.
Her name is Gwen.
Hey, Babalu.
Played by Madeline McGraw.
Yeah. I remember Baloo was in Chippendale, which I still haven't released that track. Yeah. Anyway, Babaloo. I totally forgot about that movie.
So you got to get on these, man.
Dude, I built the house.
Yeah.
But at least it's up now.
Hey, I know how to edit things as well, by the way.
Call me. Chill the thing.
Dude, I'll bring up my laptop. We'll freaking just GPU wire this bad boy.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, what are we doing? I don't know, GPU, this ladder. Why don't you get your codex out while you're at it?
This is 1978. Unlike this movie. Hey, man, better get those Canon D9s out, whatever the hell. Oh, God.
It's Phantom Menace, this bitch.
Best Buy days. Man, how much old technology can we throw out? We worked at Best Buy back in the day when they still had a CD department.
Oh, I got one.
And software.
Hey, man, did you bring your Lank?
Hey, do you remember the flip cams?
Oh yeah, the flip YouTube cams. Oh, those are like hotcakes,
dude. 480p, baby.
Dude, practically your 1394.
Oh man,
but like not
get that 680 by 480. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. There was a dude back in the GI days.
He's like, live stream this VGA cam phone.
I'm looking for a USB to FireWire cable. Do you have one?
FireWire?
And I'm like, the USB doesn't talk to FireWire. He's like, that dude says it does. I'm like, it does. And then he walked away. He's like, oh, I need to find someone. And I'm like, what? You talking about like the 1394 FireWire does not talk to the USB serial bus in any size. The converter is just because we had them at Best Buy.
Do you have that VGA to HDMI cable adapter?
Yeah, with audio.
With audio. Is it color coded so I know where to plug it in?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Holy crap! Do you have the Ecstasy video card that I can screw in so I can get that 1080p resolution? Well, it feels like 128 bit.
With the Voodoo one?
With the Voodoo one!
I'll drop a deep cut. Did you ever have the ATI All-in-Wonder?
Oh no!
With the TV tuner card built into it?
Yes! The TV tuner card!
TV tuner card, the Studio 400 with the link.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get my Presario over here.
Remember
so get that compact life.
Remember how much you loved your SVHS tape that you never wanted to use it? I have an SVHS tape I never used.
Oh, no way. Dude, remember this video, how you would wreck the connectors when you would connect that thing?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, all the time.
The 3-pin or the 4-pin?
The 4-pin.
Yeah.
Even some that had like, it felt like it had like 6 pins in it.
I'll tell you what.
Misaligned the S video.
Anyway, the black phone. Wait, before I said, I bought an S video to component before.
Whoa.
For my PS2. It actually made everything brighter and like more vibrant.
Yeah.
It actually worked. Oh my God. Everybody.
Tell me.
HDMI cables are digital.
Yeah.
Buying a more expensive HDMI cable does not make it clearer.
No, it doesn't.
I got in so many arguments. Okay. I got in arguments about that.
Yeah, that's why I always bought the store brand at employee discount for $3.
If you buy one that's a certain certification, like, oh, this is HDMI 4.3 or whatever, that is equal to anyone.
Yes.
Maybe length. If you're going 100 feet, get a good one maybe. Because like it's got to carry that.
Exactly.
But that,
you don't want to lose that.
6 foot to 6 foot, you're fine. Also, I got a dude used to come in and like he came in all the time on DVD day.
Yeah.
He's like, this DVD's
DVD day, by the way. DVD Tuesday.
DVD Tuesday. Yeah. He'd come in and like he like exchange DVDs because they weren't as clear as he'd like them to be. He's like, this one's clearer than this one. It's digital. Dude, you can write that same code on a car.
Do you remember Progressive Scan?
Oh yeah, and interlace. Progressive.
Wow.
Do you remember like editing and pausing, interlacing, and it was like
yes.
It was like half.
Oh man. Remember I crashed my iBook G4. You was trying to edit a video like that. Wow.
Oh my God.
That is old.
I used to have FireWire blowout. Like I'd be like exporting. Remember you had to export and record?
Yes.
Remember the old days exporting and recording, and then it would crash. Like you had to like go back and
the time.
Dude, I used to almost miss like deadlines because like, I was like waiting and like I would watch.
My deadlines were to me.
No, I had real deadlines.
I didn't have real deadlines.
The thing would explode. Oh my God.
Holy cow. I remember How
do we get into this?
I have no idea. Because we're talking about a movie that takes place in the 1970s, and here we are just living life.
All right. So
getting to witness this amazing growth in technology.
I did not expect this to go.
Man, this went south fast.
Woof. Anyway, so the kid, the daughter's The Shining.
Yes.
The mom died of The Shining.
Yep. And the dad is pissed because he doesn't want the daughter to have The Shining.
They already know that Finney's been abducted.
Yes.
Okay, so the phone's ringing, and then eventually it's Baseball Boy. But like he doesn't know that's the first thing you lose when you die.
Yeah, you lose your name.
And then all these
but apparently they remember their catchphrases.
Yeah.
Your arm is mint.
Your arm is mint. And
I'm the Guardian of the Galaxy.
They also remember their woulda, shoulda, couldas before they died.
Always woulda, shoulda, couldas.
Which is funny because like one of them was like, oh yeah, like in the floorboards are dirt. Like you got to go through the floorboards like I did. It's like they thought about it, or like when they died after. And so he goes to the floorboards. They had a bunch of clues, and one's like, oh, you pull out the wire.
Yeah.
Oh,
the thing is, some of these led to nothing.
No, they all led to part of the clues towards the end.
Not the floorboard one.
Yes, it did.
Oh, I get.
Yes, it did.
I see it. I see
Yes,
it
it
now.
did.
I'm there.
And then they're like, oh, he didn't lock the door when he left this time. And then like, it's a trap. And then like they cut to like, it's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
They cut to him like sitting in the kitchen with like a sad face, like no
Yeah,
shirt
yeah,
on. He's like,
yeah.
he likes it when you upset him this way.
Yeah, it's apparently like the bad boy game or something. It's so weird.
He's like, he'll be a bad boy, and it really he really likes when
He wants you to play the game.
And then in one case, like he's like, it was my bike lock, and he actually like made it out, but like the grabber like chased
Dude,
him.
real quick.
I was so mad.
Funny that you mentioned bike locks because I just heard a comedic skit. I wish I knew the comedian's name, and I love comedy. So this comedian said,
Unlike
"You know
Chuckleberry, who hates comedy,
Exactly.
I hate all unfunny things." He wears that mask.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He wears Chuckle because that's his name, right?
Yeah.
And he wears the sad face mask that Ethan Hawke
all
wears
the time. But so this guy's like, do you know how much power you wield by bike locks? You can go to someone else's bike and put another bike lock on it. You can walk by a Baskin Robbins and just be like, guess what? You're closed today. You just lock them in.
Oh my God.
How
Okay.
terrible is that?
I had my bike stolen once, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the worst, right? Because
Yeah.
it was me and like my ex at the time.
Uh-huh.
Like we both had our bikes stolen.
Yeah.
Like it sucks, right?
Yeah.
But you always see those assholes like drive like with a bike. Like they're on a bike, but
Yeah,
they're holding a
but
bike.
they're holding a bike, yeah.
They stole a bike.
For sure.
If you see one of them, hit them with your car because they just stole that bike. I mean, like, what do you? Hey, excuse me, why do you have two bikes? What?
If they have a bike that is colored white, definitely hit them with your car.
Like, is it your bike?
No, because if it is a bike solid colored white, that is a bike that was painted white as a memoriam to someone who has actually passed away from being killed while riding a bike.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know this.
Yeah. So if you see someone riding a solid white bike, they definitely stole it, and that's a dickhead move.
Unless it was one of those D-bags who drives their car, like their bike, like on the freeway or whatever. Not on the freeway, but like, you ever like driving like these like bicycle D-bags or like act like they're cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, how many,
It's like, dude, move over to the right a little bit.
how often have you wanted to clobber one of those guys using your
I just
GTA
want to
powers?
kick my door open on them.
I got a white bike in my trunk for you. Oh, that's a good one.
Got a white bike. Oh, crap. We are definitely cutting this.
Are we? Why? We cut so much good shit because we don't want to offend anybody.
You know what? F that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the F word, but F that. We are not cutting this.
Yeah.
And maybe me saying F that, but for sure, if you're driving like a D-bag on a bike, we got a white bike for you.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
Yeah. So he gets captured.
Yeah.
He escapes for a minute, and like his sister's like has like the shining shoes, and then she like prays to God, and like
Yeah.
she. It's funny because there's like a part where she's like I guess you're not real God because you're not like paying attention to me, but you give me these powers, so I don't get it. But then
Yeah.
like later on, she like wakes up, she's like, I guess there is a God. Like she really has this conversation.
She's in the shower, and then she just has this like
A super premonition.
Yeah, super premonition. It's like
because like that rock star from like Stranger Things, like
I think I quote some Bible verses here, but I ain't gonna. You
Yeah.
know, and they could totally, and she just has this.
because that's what I like about this movie, because the end is like is a solid happy ending.
You know what it is? Now I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jump to it because we have a lot to discuss, but
Do
this
we?
is a very like the melding of it all. It worked.
The movie turned into a horror movie at the end, where like
Yeah.
because like I've seen these. There's a movie called The Game that I saw.
The game.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about it one of these days.
Yeah,
And
it
I
sounds
saw,
familiar.
and it was with I think Michael Douglas. And the movie had so many twists and turns, and there's really only two ways it could have gone.
It wasn't Identity.
It was better than Identity. I hate Identity, but
That's why I mentioned it.
the two ways that could have gone was he's having a psychotic episode,
Mm-hmm.
and this is going to have like a sad ending, and the other way is like it'll have a happy ending. Like there's the only two ways it could have went, right? And I feel like the psychotic episode would have been too obvious. Oh, so it had a happy ending, and I remember because
that's good.
yeah, because my friend, I even told her, like when I saw it a long time ago, I was like, I'm like, this movie better have a happy ending,
Yeah.
like, because like there's narrative wise, David Fincher made that.
Okay.
Narratively wise, like it would be hurtful.
It would just be too much the other direction.
The only movie that did full too much the other direction was The Mist.
Dude, we're not even going to talk about The Mist because that movie pissed me off. But let's keep talking
But
about this movie.
Has the happy ending.
It does.
It has the solid.
It's a very satisfying ending, and
It has the solid everybody wins ending.
and it's and the thing is, the way the antagonist is ended follows exactly as you'd hope it would happen, and it is not because you're a sociopath. It's because you've seen a lot of horror movies, so you expect it to kind of go this way. And guess what? They actually follow suit with the way the I was going to say the Antichrist. Well, essentially,
Protagonist.
The antagonist is taken out.
Wait, okay. So, and then one more thing that's important to this story that we kind of they glossed over was that the police are looking for, like they're knocking on doors, actively trying to find it.
Yeah.
And they run into this man. I think his name was Max.
Max. Yes, his name was Max.
Cokehead Max.
Cokehead Max.
And he's played by the guy who was in it. He played the guy who got stabbed in the face in it.
Goodness.
Max James Ransone.
Yeah, James Ransone.
Who was also the conspiracy guy in Sinister.
Really?
Yeah, he was Ethan Hawke's sidekick in Sinister.
What a freaking handshake. And the thing is, in this movie, he is Ethan Hawke's, a.k.a. the Grabber's brother.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. Before that, he's actively crime scene podcasting like in the 70s with his crazy wall. Like he's got to live like near here somewhere. Yeah. Obviously he lives like somewhere here and he's like pointing to his house on the map. So like, here's my house. So I got this house because it's so close to the thing. Oh, my brother's out of town. And clearly like he's in on it. Like not in on it, but like he has a connection at this point and you don't know what it is at this point.
But it's a connection. Even the cops are like, hey, you take it easy tonight. And he realizes that he left a few lines of coke on his table.
Yeah, and the cops
come
just
on,
like wave him off, like, okay, whatever. You do your coke. Yeah. You do your coke, Max. It's all good.
Whatever.
Yeah. So they let him go, but it turns out he is the he finds out he looks at his map and he was pointing at the house like this is where he's got. He's like, holy shit. Yeah, he's so funny.
He has that moment,
he's like,
and it is the hardest.
Holy shit. Yeah. And he goes down in the saw dungeon. He's like, oh my God, I've been looking all over for you.
And then he gets
he gets the whack.
It's the old axe wound right to the head.
And then Ethan Hawke's like, look what you made me do.
You made me kill my brother.
Kill my own brother. Stupid goats. This movie. So what happened also with the sister?
Yes.
She saw the rock star's vision. The rock star said, "This is the house." The ghost is the ghost of the rock star. He's one of the kids who died.
Actually, he's not a rock star. His name is Vance Hopper. He's just an all-around
D-bag,
hard ass.
Yeah, dressed like a rock star.
And the thing is, it feels like this character was stolen straight from Stranger Things.
He was Billy from Stranger Things.
Yes, exactly. He's that character. A little harder in this movie.
Yeah. But he was in this movie, and he pointed to the girl, sister girl,
Gwen.
He says, "This is the house. This is the house." And then the phone call, because the phone kept ringing with the ghost, right?
Yeah.
The phone call that he was talking to Finney was like the vision that Gwen was having.
Yes.
And that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So every call he was having was a vision she was seeing.
And Gwen, she called the cops.
Yeah.
And she says, like, I know where the house is. I know where the number is. The ghost told me. This is after she prayed to God. Like, I guess God is real now.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Like the way it happened. She's like, I guess we'll just end the movie with a happy ending. Like that's practically what she's saying. And the cops come. They raid the house.
Yeah.
But it's the wrong house, like Silence of the Lambs again.
Yeah, but
it's the wrong house.
But they find bodies.
The bodies. So it's like, at least like we found the bodies, but then like across the street. Okay, and while that's happening.
Yes, and while that's happening.
Finney has used all the clues.
Yes.
Against
all the clues, which means he used the rope, the rugs, the tiles, the bathroom. What is that thing that covers the top of the toilet? To dig through a wall.
Oh, the cover. Or
yeah, the toilet cover,
the reservoir cover. Or whatever.
Yeah, the upper decker cover. So,
but it's funny because
he digs through the wall. He goes into a fridge. He grabs steaks. So that's
the steaks. Yeah, the steaks blew my mind when I was writing this.
Yeah,
shit.
So all of this is, now that I'm saying it all ties in, and I'm actually going to up my grade because of all of these little handshakes that are happening here. So all of these clues do everything better than any M. Night Shyamalan movie has ever done without a twist.
My God.
By the way,
even think about
there was not even a twist. These were purely subjective and intentional.
I didn't even think about M. Night Shyamalan when I saw this movie
because there was no twist. These were literal and logical. They made sense. And that is why I did not realize how great this movie actually was until this discussion here.
I know, right? And we like I hadn't seen, like I said, I hadn't seen the trailer since like before the movie came out. And now I saw it again. I'm like, oh, the trailer ruined the movie.
And now that we're actually talking about it, it's not ruining it, but actually just making it that much better. So, all of these things are happening. And of course, Finney is going to be using all of these clues and devices to overcome his antagonist.
Yeah, like you said, he was friends with the cool kid before he beat the crap out of that moose guy.
The cool kids.
The cool kid told him you got to stand up for yourself at the beginning of the movie. He goes, I always told you to stand up for yourself. Now's your time.
You were always a fighter. I told you were a fighter.
You're a scrapper. You took
Don't
punches.
tell me you didn't happen. I saw it happen.
Oh, I like it. I like it because
if you don't know, that's one of our taglines.
I'm going to put the button.
That is Eric Bana in Star Trek. Oh, shoot, man.
I was so mad at myself for not remembering that line. It's like one of the most quotable lines in Star Trek in the last like literally 10 years or 15 years.
15 years, I'd say.
It's like
so good.
It's like live long and prosper.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it didn't happen. I saw it happen.
Stupid Eric Bana with a spitting voice.
It's just like...
Sorry if we blew your eardrums there, but there's a lot of things happening here.
It's okay, I compress it pretty good. You know what hurts when I hear this, though, sometimes is...
that's kind of rough, man. With these monitors on our ears right now, I'm kind of like, yikes.
Yeah. What I gotta say, Penny's in charge, and she likes the...
Yeah.
So, and then just as they went to the house where they found the bodies, Finney comes out of the other house after having kicked the grabber's ass real good, royally killing that MO.
Yeah, and we're not going to ruin that because you need to see this scene. That scene right there is pretty magical.
And then everyone reunites, and it's like a happy ending.
Yeah, absolutely. And guess what? At the end, Finney gets into class, looks like the absolute mother effing badass that he is, and gets the chick.
He got the girl. I wrote that down.
He got the girl.
He says, call me Finn or whatever he said.
Just call me Finn.
Call me Finn.
She's like, hey, Finney. He's like, call me Finn.
Dude.
And then he freaking
Finney gets
craps the whip, smokes a freaking pack of Marlboro Reds and says, God bless America.
But you know what's funny? Like, I was thinking about it too. Like, I remember like the grabber had a dog, like we said, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we said it, but he had the meat to get.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because I was
alluded to that.
Because I was thinking, like, oh, he better not kill that dog. Like, the thing about it is, like, yeah, he has to get out. So, like, the dog's got to be indisposed.
That's like the horror movie thing, or even the thing. Don't kill the dog.
He saved the dog.
He saved the dog, and it was like it looked like a giant Doberman / Rottweiler mix.
So
and it got a nice T-bone steak. Hey,
the dog got a steak.
The dog got a steak. The boy got his girl, and the killer got his just desserts.
I know he got his.
I'd say that's a pretty full course meal right there, buddy.
Bodies and everything, like The Shining. Everyone's justified. The dad, but finally realized that his kids
vindicated.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Everything is good in a horror movie. It didn't just hard stop, go like, hey, your mind was blown, right? Bye.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to give this one a B+. The Black Phone is a solid horror suspense movie that harkens back to the kids solving mystery genre with a smart and dark tone. At times, it may have been predictable, but still proves itself to be an edge-of-your-seat supernatural escape thriller.
Nice. I will also be giving this movie a B+. The story felt very original, if not a bit far-fetched even for a horror movie. Everything felt super slow in the first half of the movie, but the moment the second half showed up, the pacing did not let up. This movie had minimal gore, minimal jump scares, and minimal locations, but still managed to level up the creep factor thanks to Ethan Hawke's flawless performance as the grabber. And hey, you can't knock a happy ending on any movie.
This movie.
It
was a good movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. I do like Sinister better.
I do too. I gotta agree.
That's what I was gonna say. Very accessible horror movie.
This one.
Yes. Sinister is not.
No. Dude, no. If you want to ruin your freaking week or month or for the rest of your life, watch Sinister. If you just want to be slightly inconvenienced for like a couple of nights, watch The Black Phone. I mean, I saw it across 2 nights. It didn't do anything for me, but it's definitely got talkability.
Sinister, the movie where
The movie where you lose sleep.
If you have kids and you're afraid of them hacking you into pieces in the night,
Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Hey,
So glad I saw it before.
You remember that movie where the kid ran over his parents with a lawnmower? That was Sinister.
Yeah,
You remember the movie where the kids hung their parents on the tree in the backyard?
that was Children of the Corn. Wait,
Was they haven't Children of the Corn also?
no,
I haven't seen that one. Actually,
that was Sinister.
that was Sinister. Hey, what else happened? Oh, you remember that movie where the kid killed his dad by putting a rat in a trap in his stomach? So like it burned.
That was apparently
Sinister
the
2.
Batman. Oh wait, sorry, that was Sinister 2.
Oh yeah, and it also happened in Fast and Furious 2.
Yeah, it did.
I know it happened in a lot of movies.
That was weird.
Anyway, that has been our hot take on Sinister. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, podcast.
Check out our Patreon.
Check out our Patreon. We exist.
Yeah.
We're around. We're Clubhouse Movies Podcast. We're everywhere. Anyway, that has been our hot take on The Black Phone. I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba for Mr. Ayo Panetta. We'll catch you next time.